to remind you, this was the abduction and radio drop campaign and the handgun debate. Hello and welcome to Crimewatch. 12 people rang in giving the same...
Those fantastic results later.
As ever, our phone lines are open and our team and officers are ready to take your calls. We're joined now by an organisation who keeps cases just like that one very much alive in the public consciousness, and that's Crimestoppers. They're a charity that we often talk about here on Crimewatch, and I'm pleased to say that I'm joined now by Mark Hallas, who is their Chief Executive. Thank you so much for coming in today, Mark. It'd be lovely to talk a bit more about Crimestoppers. For anybody that doesn't know that much about the work that you do, what more can you tell us?
Well, we're an independent charity that was set up nearly 40 years ago, nearly as old as Crimewatch, and with the express aim of providing a mechanism for the public to pass information safely, securely, but above all else and critically, anonymously, to the police so that they can take appropriate action, whether it's further investigation, help solve a crime or bring justice to a victim's family. We take an awful lot of calls and online forms every day. Just to put things into context, this year we'll take 750,000 contacts from the public and we'll send over 250,000 reports to the police and wider law enforcement. And we find from a lot of our survey work that there is a strong minority of the public, about 20–25%, that just struggle to talk to the police under almost any circumstances because of fear of retaliation or retribution.
It's so interesting, isn't it? Because looking at the figures, you really are achieving positive results. What do you think mainly is driving that?
I think there's probably three reasons that we need to consider. First of all, the fact that there is more crime of certain types in certain areas. Secondly, and I think critically, is that we're running, in conjunction with partners like yourselves, far more national and local and regional campaigns that are getting the message of hope out. And when we do that, we get more information. And thirdly, the fact that there is a need for our service because of... since we've had a number of significant cases, tragic cases, such as the murder of Sarah Everard, trust and confidence in policing has taken a bit of a hit, and a lot of people still want to do the right thing, but they'll come to us to make sure that information gets to where it needs to get to.
Yeah. You've got a new reporting line, haven't you?
Yes, we've set up something called the Police Anti-Corruption and Abuse Reporting Service, something that we set up in conjunction with police chiefs and police and crime commissioners so that the public can give information on the most serious cases of wrongdoing carried out by police officers and police staff. Now, we all know that the vast majority of police officers and police staff are doing a fantastic job under difficult circumstances, but there is, unfortunately, a small minority of officers who aren't, and they need to be held to account for their wrongdoing. And I think it's very good that the police are shining a torchlight in that area and that the public can report that. And we've sent over 5,000 reports in the past 2 years to the 43 police forces in this country so they can investigate fully and appropriately.
Now, you are a charity. Where should people go if they want to find out a bit more about you?
They should use their search engine of choice, type in Crimestoppers, and they will find our website. On that website, they'll find lots of information about the campaigns that we're running, either ourselves or with partners. They'll also find information about how to protect themselves from crime, and importantly and critically, they'll find a way to pass information on an online form or call us on 0800 555 111.
And Mark, you actually invited us to your headquarters to get a bit more of an insight into the work you and the team do, so let's take a look.
1985. Tensions between police and a local community in North London had been rising, resulting in a riot at the Broadwater farm estate in Tottenham. A small team of police officers was sent in to protect firefighters. But they were violently attacked. PC Keith Blakelock died as a result of his injuries.
Essentially, PC Keith Blakelock, he'd been murdered and people knew what had happened, but it was a kind of estate where people didn't talk directly to the police for fear of retaliation or retribution.
Good afternoon, Crimestoppers. How can I help you?
As a direct result of this tragic case, Crimestoppers was set up, giving a voice to anyone who was too afraid to speak out.
We exist so that people who want to pass information safely, securely, but above all else anonymously, can do that to us, and we'll make sure that it then gets to the police.
At its headquarters, over 50 trained staff deal with calls and information passed to them online.
We take information on all crime types. That can be from murder, rape, to drink driving, county lines offences. We also help protect people from offences such as domestic abuse and child sexual exploitation.
Every call is slightly different. It can be a neighbour wanting to give information on someone maybe drug dealing or domestic abuse that they witness. We're not the police. We treat them completely anonymously. Because we don't record the calls, we don't trace calls, no one will know where that information's come from.
That anonymity is key and a vital incentive for people who may otherwise slip through the net.
There's a hardcore of about 20% of people who, for a variety of circumstances, won't talk to the police directly. We give them an avenue to speak up and stay safe.
Okay.
We've structured the system so that if anybody phones us, the phone number is scrambled, or if anybody sends in an online form, the IP address is stripped out before it gets to us, so there is genuinely no way of us knowing, let alone the police knowing, who have contacted us.
Calls come in from across the UK and need sensitive handling.
When they make that call, it's always about trying to build a rapport, trying to find out what they want out of making that call. It can take a bit of reassurance sometimes because this can be the toughest call for some people. There are times that calls are quite tough. So for me personally, I'm a mum of teenagers, so I find child abuse and domestic abuse quite hard.
Crimestoppers, how can I help you?
Although rewards are sometimes offered, most people want to do the right thing, resulting in some significant leads for the police.
We've had, on one occasion, a paedophile who'd been on the run for a long time, and then as a result of the campaign that we'd launched, he was arrested literally within 24 hours.
For the call agents, knowing they could be stopping a crime or protecting an individual is a great reward for a tough job.
I always tell myself we wouldn't be here if we didn't make a difference.